It's Motley Crue right here on your classic metal show from the decade of decadence release. That is Primal Scream, probably the last great Motley Crue song that was written for Vince Neil. And I don't know, man. Motley Crue, they're still out there selling CDs, or basically selling shows, and still selling out bigger arenas. I guess I think they have a residency coming up in Las Vegas here pretty soon, to where they're playing at the Hard Rock, the Joint, and still out there rolling along, although they are talking about retirement. So there's Chef Bill's favorite band, Motley Crue from the 80s.
Hey, thanks a lot for playing that.
Not a problem, Bill. Well, Bill, coming up here, I got an interview with David Ellefson of Megadeth, and what's your thoughts on Megadeth? Are you a fan of the harder rock stuff? I mean, obviously, Megadeth came out of the 80s after Dave Mustaine was booted out of Metallica. You Megadeth fan?
No, I can't say I am, man. I don't know too much about them. So
really, wow.
I'm going to be straight up with you guys. Now, I do like my Metallica, but I'm not a real big Megadeth fan.
Well, let's talk about Metallica then. What was your thoughts on Metallica's departure from, their more thrashier side in the, the 90s with their Load and their Reload and Saint Anger and all that kind of crap? Did you buy any of that? Did you listen to any of that? Do you have any thoughts on it?
Yeah, no, I didn't buy any of that. Here's where you guys are going to lose me at. But yeah, I'm not. I love that stuff. I listen to that music. I have those records. Probably still have those records and CDs and cassette players, cassette tapes. But yeah, I don't know as much as you guys on that stuff. So I gotta have no opinion right now.
Well, we're not going to ask you that you're an expert. I mean, you obviously enjoy certain things. You don't have to be a musicologist on it or an expert or anything. What is your favorite Metallica record?
Oh, you're killing me, man. I don't know. I got the Four Horsemen playing here Halloween at my place, so they're the Metallica tribute band here locally. So
sure,
I'll ask them what my favorite album is.
Okay. Well, Bill, it's okay to be honest on the show. That's what Chris and I are really about. We're right. Just straight up honest,
Tell him not to ask me hard questions like that, man.
That's not hard. I mean, you don't have an opinion on a song? I mean, you could say, well, it's the Black Album, or it's, Master Puppets, or Ride the Lightning, or Kill 'Em All, or, God forbid, Saint Anger.
What was that third one? Master of Puppets. Master of Puppets. That's my favorite. Thanks, man. Here's the thing is, I'm like one of those guys. I can sit there and probably sing to half their songs and know the words to half their songs when they're on stage, but I couldn't tell you what album they're on. Yeah. That's not me.
Yeah. That's very chick-like. That's what chicks do. They just go down the road and they got their finger on the scan button. And I know the song. I don't know who does it, and I don't know what album it's on, but I like the song.
You're almost hurt my feelings. Almost.
Well, outside of Motley Crue, though, so who are some of your favorite top bands? Let's do top 5 with Chef Bill. Who are your top favorite bands of the 80s?
Okay, do I have to just say 80s, or can I just give you my 5?
No, just the top 5. Let's just do top 5. I'll make it easy on
my all-time favorite is Led Zeppelin. And I do know that album, Stairway to Heaven. That's like one of my favorites. Okay, right. So I know them. But Led Zeppelin is one of my favorite all-time bands.
Okay, that's Zeppelin 4. Okay, go ahead.
Then I would have to say Scorpions.
Okay.
Okay, Iron Maiden.
Okay.
Okay. I like David Bowie. I seen the China Girl tour when I was growing up out in California. I got to catch him on the China Girl tour, and that was just
1983.
Phenomenal.
I saw that tour. The Let's Dance tour. Yeah.
Just phenomenal. Okay, that was that 4?
That's
I got
4.
one more. Okay, hold on. Let me think here.
Motley Crue.
I said aside from Motley Crue.
Oh, aside from Motley Crue?
Aerosmith, then, definitely. Seen Aerosmith I'd say about 8 times.
Really? So you've been to Blossom lots of times, huh?
No, actually,
he's up from here.
Yeah, I caught Aerosmith. He was on the summer struts. Caught him at the House festivals. I caught him over at Hollywood Park a lot of times. You know who was like one of my biggest disappointments that I seen in concert was Police.
The Police?
Yeah, Sting is he
like
needs to stay
like the
studio.
last tour or during their heyday?
During their heyday. I'll tell you what, the Thompson Twins in Berlin were better than them. We walked out of the Police.
And where did you see them? Like at the Forum or something?
No, that was at the Hollywood Raceway.
Okay.
I can't imagine the Thompson Twins being better than the audience.
Hold me now.
Whoa, hold my heart. Stay with me.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting, man. We stayed all that time to see the Police. We made about 3 songs and we skipped. We dipped out because it was just horrible.
Really? Was that like on the Ghost in the Machine tour or something?
Or Synchronicity.
I want to say Synchronicity.
Really?
Yeah,
that was on the Synchronicity tour,
that
huh?
shirt somewhere when I was skinnier.
Wow. Interesting. Well, I saw Aerosmith on the Pump tour with Skid Row opening at the Forum.
Okay.
Crickets.
All right.
All right.
I was hoping Chef Bill would have something to add to that. You know,
Is there part of that? No, I don't know.
Come on, dude. We're drinking.
Yeah, you know who was really good in concert was Mountain. Leslie West, freaking just Mississippi Queen. Yeah. That's my tune right there. I dug that too.
Yes,
I like that.
That would be Mountain. Yes.
And didn't that guy lose a leg or something?
No, he just lost a lot of weight.
No, he got a leg cut off or
Really?
something.
Recently?
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't heard that, but
Yeah,
I know he had a lot of diabetes problems.
Yeah, I think he lost his leg over it.
Wow.
Bummer.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, let me bring the show right down to a halt.
What is going on right now?
All right, Chef Bill. Well, I got David Ellefson of Megadeth, one of your least favorite bands, coming up.
Don't tell him I said that. All right.
And anyway, Megadeth out there with their Gigantor, and they have a latest release out called Super Collider. And of course, we spoke with Joel MacGyver earlier in the show, who co-wrote a book with David Ellefson. And I'm going to talk to David Ellefson about his book and the tour and all that fun stuff. So let's jump into some Megadeth. And this comes from their Super Collider release, and this is just called Burn. So it's Megadeth exclusively here
On your classic metal show.